Speaking of Italy, you have created a new bank, Illimity. What is it, and what are the investors?
Illimity is a new paradigm bank. I believe we have put together a strategy and a company, because we are a real company. We are already 250 people, and we are already running on the market, very focused on a huge niche that is the SME sector in our country. We specialize in companies that have a potential to grow more or to restructure themselves, where other banks are moving out. So the market is very large. The need for these companies is absolutely not met. So we are servicing an underserviced big market. And we're doing that in a totally different way. No branches, fully digital, very strong skills of people, not only banking skills, industrial skills, computer science skills. We have a very strong advantage, cost advantage versus incumbents, because our cost income will be below 30%. They are much higher than that. We have a clear cost advantage with versus credit funds, because our cost of funds is much lower than theirs. So we have built actually a new paradigm bank, a bank with all the features of the new banking world. And the amount of volumes we are building in a very short period of time is the evidence of it. We raised 600 million through a SPAC that proved to be the largest SPAC ever in Europe. Most of our investors are international investors, US investors, UK investors. We have obviously a number of Italian investors, but they are the minority. Private equity, asset managers, big family offices. And the fact that in very few weeks we raised much more than we expected is the evidence that that it's a good entrepreneurial project on the one side, and that Italy is still on the screen of the big, strong, long-term international investors. Opportunities in our country, in my opinion, are much stronger than risks. Italy is one of the countries that can benefit the most from globalization. Every single year we prove it. We are one of the strongest manufacturing countries in the world. We are very strong in a number of industries, both industrial and tourism and healthcare and new agriculture, that will grow very much in the next years. Italian companies and households have a very limited level of indebtedness, but a very high level of wealth. And Italy enjoys a number of uniqueness that have to do with quality, wellness, cultural heritage, strategic location, that, as I said before, can make Italy one of the countries that can benefit the most from globalization in the next years.
You are quite a unique profile. You have moved from the former state-owned to the private sector, becoming a minister, and now you're back. You have an Italian dream. How do you see yourself 4 years from now?
Nobody knows what the future will bring. The future has always surprised me. Never planned for what happened. We launched this bank that will be a company that will provide a lot of satisfaction to the shareholders, but at the same time will be very useful for our country, because by fostering a new phase of growth in so many companies and by restructuring and relaunching a number of companies, we will create jobs. And jobs is the priority in every European country, but certainly in our country. So I will devote the next certainly 5 years to this venture. And the idea is to be very profitable and very useful to the country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.